tried to rapid this? Do they ever float this?
Yes. Yes, there have been people that came in big, you know, inner tubes, I think, more than anything. There's fishing here. The Spanish villagers were always great fishermen. I mean, they loved to fish. Okay, come on up a little closer and let me say a few words right here. We're standing here at the edge of a cliff. And this cliff is known as El Barranco. And that means the precipice. And it's really the most dangerous point along the entire ditch. Well, I should say the most precarious point. Because we have a cliff and we have the irrigation ditch clinging to it. Now what we're standing on right here is brand new. This just happened last fall. And right over here there's a giant culvert just over this pile of rubble. And that's what the irrigation ditch is flowing through to come out on the other side over there. So they've tried to make this less precarious. But if you look right up here at this V in the hills, this is called Cañón de Peña. Cañón de Peña means the canyon of the large boulders. Peña means big rock. And if there is a downpour, a bunch of rain, kind of locally concentrated right there, it'll just bring a whole lot of debris right down and up against where we're standing. I mean, what it does is push the pecos up to the bank that we're standing on and undermine the bank. And this has been a problem for the villagers. Well, guess what? In 1989, in August, there was a local downpour in Cañón de Peña. And one of my students, you know, I brought students out here on 16 different field trips. And one of my students on one of those field trips was writing about hazards, natural hazards. And he said that if there were a downpour right here in Cañón de Peña, you would have a bunch of debris carried out, and you might have T1, terrace level 1, below where the village is, covered with water. It's exactly what happened in 1989 in August. They had, I don't know how many inches of rain, all concentrated. It just rushed down here. It knocked the bridge, the old concrete bridge, off its piles. So you can see right through here kind of an orange bridge. That orange bridge was put in like in 1991, and the old concrete bridge, which had been built about 1916 or something, was condemned. And because the water just knocked the what do you call it? The understructure out of the bridge. And it washed 7 cars that had been parked somehow on T1 down the pecos. I mean, imagine, this was a heck of a lot of water. And T2 has actually been covered with water. The entire village, you'd think, is high enough so it wouldn't, but it has been historically. And 1939 was the most recent time that that happened. So, you know, if you live right next to a river, it's precarious. And having a ditch right next to that river where you have water shooting out like this, well, man, oh man, that can be dangerous. So this is El Barranco, the precipice that we're standing alongside, but it's just been changed. We would be standing on a narrow little, you know, crown of the ditch where they, you know, put the dirt up right along here, had this not just happened last fall.
What kind of rock is this?
It's basically sandstone.